When you're out here, you're not thinking about anything but being out here. Fly fishing is a very involved sport. You're constantly thinking about the environment, what's going on underwater, what the fish could be eating, and just taking in all the surroundings. My name is Lydia Dan. I'm a guide for Asheville Fly Fishing Company. When I was a little girl, my family had a fishing camp. It was on the Saranac River. One time I caught a pike, and I didn't want anything to do with it. I was probably 8 years old, and it was like this big. My dad has a picture of it, like him just holding it up, and I'm just in the back smiling with a rod. What gives me confidence on the water is my knowledge of the water, the fact that I've had success fishing before, and you just take the pressure off of yourself. Like it's just fishing. I feel like every time I leave the water and I'm on my way home, I'm not thinking about anything. And I'll realize it sometimes. I'm like, my mind is not thinking anything right now. So it's a real reset. Fly fishing to me is very special, so I just love being able to share that with people, not just my friends and family, but whoever wants to learn. So today I'm taking 3 girls fishing. We have Heidi, she's actually from Britain, the UK.
I'm a bit of a fish out of water. I've never fished at all. I haven't ever won waders. It's all brand new. They look cool.
And then we also have Miranda. She recently moved here from Maine. She's an artist. She does woodwork.
We work at the same bar, a really awesome dog bar in downtown Asheville called Down Dog. And now we're roommates, like we're best friends.
And then we have Madeline, who's fished the most out of all 3 girls.
So I am wearing waders by Lydia and these nice boots. Got a nice pocket here for, things I don't want to get wet. I met my fiance on a dating app, and his job is fly fishing. He's taking me out a little bit, but I'd love to have some success like without him, kind of like coaching me.
I think they're gonna have a great time. They're all patient and excited to be here. I love Asheville. It feels a lot like home. I like the 4 seasons. The people are really friendly.
So the fall here is really showing off. Honestly, what brought me to Asheville is just better weather. I'm coming from Maine, so Asheville just is that sweet spot that has great weather and beautiful scenery.
Today we're fishing for trout. We are fishing for a mix of rainbow trout, brook trout, and brown trout. They range from like 6 to 20 inches in length, and it is a mix of stocked and native fish. Yeah, so when you first get to a spot, you're thinking like, what's going on in the water right now? Where is the current? Where should the fish be? Can I see any? What might they eat today? So you have to be really in tune and kind of pick a fish's brain. So the basics of fly fishing. Well, it's called fly fishing because you're casting a fly. And a fly mimics a bug, a fly. So the difference between fly fishing and conventional like spin casting is the weight is in your line with fly fishing. So in order to build up enough momentum to cast, you have to do all that false casting, or at least build up enough momentum to shoot your line. A lot of the flies that we use are hand tied, which is unique. And that's a whole nother topic or an art in its own. I know some people that tie flies and don't even fly fish.
Can't believe how clear the water is.
It looks,
It's so pretty.
the water is in really good condition right now. It's super clear. The water here is really unique. A lot of times it has like that tealish blue color to it. It's surrounded by rhododendrons and these moss-covered rocks. And there's just different types of water. I mean, you can go higher up in elevation and target these little brook trout streams in this narrow, tight water. Or you could come down the mountain and be in wider range water, targeting larger sized brown trout. It's really diverse. If you look, do you see all the foam? Mm-hmm. Do you see these bubbles? The current is going to be carrying the food supply for the trout that we're going to be catching. We can probably even lift one of these rocks out here, look underneath it, and see it for ourselves. Yep. Do you see this guy? Ooh, look at that. Ooh. That's a stonefly.
It's a big one.
Yep, so that's fish food.
Yeah.
Gross.
It is kind of gross.
This is weighted. So this is where all the weight comes from to build up momentum with your cast. Because obviously, look how small this is. There's no weight to this. My thumb is up high on the cork, and then I'm gonna cast forward like I'm pressing a button. And then a roll cast is pretty much exactly as it sounds. You're gonna roll your line out. It's gonna tumble out and roll. Imagine that you're holding a paintbrush. If I was to not stop and I went like this, I would flick paint on the floor. So hard, like you wanna fling the paint as far as you can. This is called letting it swing, where you're just letting it drift in the current naturally. So it looks like a fish that's just hanging out in the water, just hanging out in the current, also waiting for food. But a larger fish might see it and be like, how about your food? Sure. And then what you can do, if you want to give it some life while it's in there, while you're fishing and just having fun, strip it back towards you. This is called stripping. The next step that you'll need to know is how to fight a fish. If the fish was facing up, I would set like this.
You want it to set like in the mouth.
Like this.
Oh, okay.
So, Miranda, if you'd like to take this,
Okay.
you're gonna pretend that I'm a fish.
Oh.
So, these hooks are really small, and they're only held in the fish's mouth by pressure. And you can do that either by reeling or by lifting your arm up, keeping your forearm straight, and bringing your thumb towards your ear. Exactly. You can even lift it higher and higher and higher, and now see I'm being drawn towards you.
Oh.
And if you were fishing on your own and you had a net in your back, you can just grab it and net it. This line that we're casting with is very, very fine. Breaks very easy. So it's a dance. You need to know when to apply pressure and when to let the fish run.
Okay.
Fun fact, fish do see in slow motion.
Oh.
So they'll see it coming, even if it's this big.
You're doing great. Thanks, guys.
Her first time fishing, everyone.
So good.
I hope you catch one. Oh, it's okay. Perfect.
Look,
That
it's
works.
right in the
That
phone
works. You just drew it back. Now you're fishing.
I mean, yeah, but
Right there. There's two.
what?
There's one right there. Oh, there they are. See them?
Oh, I see it.
See them, little fella?
Get him.
Set to the left.
Hey.
That might have been a grab.
Is that an eat?
Oh, it was.
It looks like one for sure. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
Reel in.
Madeline. Good job, Madeline.
You did it.
It's a really nice rainbow.
Big one.
Yeah, look at that.
Awesome.
Good job. Yeah, you want to hold it? Yeah. Wet your hands. The reason that we wet our hands is because the fish has this protective slime coating on it, helps keep its immune system healthy. And now that your hands are wet, he's jumpy.
Okay.
You can grab there and then use your backhand to lift very gently. And I got the net underneath just in case. Good job. Ooh. Let it go. You're good.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Very nice job.
Do it.
Okay, ready? Yeah. Everyone in? Great job, Madeline.
Thank you.
So our first challenge of the day is done. And I think now we should head back to our cabin and learn how to fillet some fish and have some dinner.
Yay, let's do it.
When I moved to the mountains, here in North Carolina, I started fishing for trout and working in a restaurant, and just those two things kind of spurred my interest. River to table to me means going out and catching a fish and cleaning it and putting it on your plate, using that fresh resource to make yourself an incredible meal. A big thing with your knife is don't apply too much pressure, right? Let the tool do the work. It's kind of like a fly rod. You're not trying to force it. Really try to feel, how sharp the knife is and let it kind of glide through. So you're going to place the knife behind the fin.
Are we cutting off the head?
We're not going to cut off. We're going to cut halfway through.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to cut down to the backbone.
Okay.
I've never personally filleted a fish. I always practice catch and release.
I grew up and my dad would fillet fish and I would watch him do it.
Hold your hand above the fish and you're going straight down the backbone, okay? You can feel the bones. You want it parallel. You want your knife parallel to the cutting board.
Is it okay that I missed some of the meat?
That was a little shallow, but
You got another side.
yeah, there's another side.
I thought it was a natural. I'll definitely do it some more. I've always kind of been intimidated with fish, like I don't know how to cook it or what to do, but now I feel a lot more comfortable.
I feel like it's a great life skill to have.
Long sawing motion. Done.
Oh, yours look better than mine. Now we've got our boneless